The following is a paid advertisement for the Super Chef Pro Knives, brought to you by USA Direct Guthy-Renker. Look at these beautiful gourmet delights. They make any dinner table extra special. The good news is you can create them all thanks to these amazing gourmet tools. The even better news is by watching this program, you'll have the opportunity to receive a set for free, just for trying one of the most advanced knives in the world. A knife that has dual cutting-edge technology, will never need sharpening, cuts without food sticking to the blade, and is one of the sharpest yet safest pieces of cutlery you'll ever have in your hand. Get ready to see how you can have every knife you'll ever need at a price so affordable you won't believe it. Now, let's take a closer look at the new Super Chef Pro Knives.
Well, obviously I have what most of us have in our kitchen, yet another dull knife in the drawer. Of course, there is a solution to this. We're supposed to be able to sharpen it, maybe with something like this. The trouble is, I have never figured out how to do this correctly. Have you? And the truth is, I would like very much to be able to slice this tomato like today. Well, there's good news, but of course there is, because right here in my kitchen, we have a gentleman who informs me there's a new development in the world of knives. And not only are these new knives excellent tools, they have a special new edge, he says, and they never need sharpening. This I have to see. Come on, let's go over and meet Arnold Morris.
Hi, Nancy.
Hey, kiddo.
I saw you struggling over there with that tomato.
But you know, it's so frustrating. I have a drawer full of knives and they're all dull.
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 Everybody has dull knives
Yes,
at home.
we do.
Let me show you one that's absolutely unbelievable. Now, I've sold millions of knives.
I know.
I've never run across a knife like this in my life. This is the Super Chef Pro Knife. High technology went into making this knife. You were struggling to cut a tomato, right? I just take and drop it right across the blade. All you do is drop it across the blade. Now, I know...
sharp.
Sharp. I know you don't cut tomatoes like that at home, but look, one tomato will last you a week. You have, don't laugh, you have a boarding house a whole month. Look,
you can slice
every
it.
slice comes
That's
out of there
beautiful.
absolutely perfect. Let me show you something
that's so
over
nice.
here. Look, here's an orange over here. Watch this.
Oh my God.
Okay, wait a minute, look at this. You notice not a seed came out, not a drop of juice.
This is clearly very different than anything I've seen before.
Let me explain just a little bit about this knife, why it is so different. First of all, you notice it's dual-edged. And what I mean by dual edge, see these fine tiny teeth here? This is not a serrated knife. These fine teeth are for taking and attacking hard things. Now, if you turn the knife around to the opposite side, it's a very, very smooth blade. That's for carving turkeys, roast beefs, ham, so you don't rip or shred. It's not the steak that dulls a knife, it's the bone. That knife just went through bone and all.
It sure did.
Here's a steel hammer. This will give you an idea of not only the strength of the blade, but how the blade never gets dull. You want a ham bone, a chicken bone? Take a look at the paper. What do you see coming out of there?
Filings are coming off the steel hammer.
Filings coming out. I'm cutting a notch right out of that steel hammer. Look at this.
Okay, now, wait, excuse me. So now this wonderful knife is probably as dull as that one that didn't work back there.
Here's the same knife. Watch this. Today, tonight, tomorrow, next week, next year, that knife still is razor sharp. Look at this.
Arnold, that is absolutely
amazing?
Unbelievable.
Okay, notice this over here? That's where our technology goes into effect. This is a patented feature which causes air pockets.
Why do air pockets
matter in a knife?
in a knife?
Cheese, apple pie, cakes, they stick to the blade. Here's a block of cheese. Now watch this. No more sticking. It just peels right off of the knife. And you notice how thin I'm cutting it.
Why is that doing that? Because of the air pockets?
The air flows between the blade and the cheese, and it releases, so you don't have to worry. Let me show you how to use the knife, the way I use it. First of all, this particular knife is called the Super Chef Chef's Knife. A multi-purpose knife. It does just about everything.
Really?
Okay. My two fingers go under here because this is where it won't slip.
Okay, so you're using the finger guard, the protector.
But my other two fingers go on the blade. It's an extension of my hands. I can control it better. Here's a piece of garlic. Look. The secret of it is the edge of that never leaves over the nail. And I want you to see how thin this comes out.
Look at this, is like tissue paper, and you didn't tear it.
I'd like to have a challenge. Okay? My knife against your chopping machine. How about that? Look, I've got an onion, you have an onion, celery, and parsley. When I say go, we're going to see which one of us finish first. Get ready, get set, Go.
All right. Now all I have to do, see, I can do this faster because I just have to cut my onion, put it into my food processor. Well, put it in right, okay. You're okay, now I'm trying, well, clunk. It's all bunched up in here. Now, wait a minute. Just wait for me, Arnold. Just, yeah, don't be a show-off. It's just that the onion bunched up a little bit. It didn't, and I just have to cut that a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, okay, and goes my celery. Just give me...
Well, I don't know about you, Nancy, but I'm all finished. How about you cleaning up your machine and I clean up mine?
You are a show-off, aren't you?
This is a fabulous knife.
It's obviously the only knife you need in the kitchen.
No. There's a special knife for each particular job that you have at home. Come here, let me show you this knife over here. Now, this is what we call the Super Chef slicing knife.
How do you know?
It says slicer right on it. For slicing ham, salami, bologna, cheeses, meats, turkeys, it's the best bread knife I've ever seen. I want you to go over and get that fresh bread, and I'll show you something incredible. Be careful, it's warm.
Yeah. Oh, it is. Oh,
okay.
And it smells so good.
There's nothing like fresh bread. Till you have to slice the bread.
I know it, and you never.
Oh, smell that.
Look at the steam.
Now, I'm going to shock you. Listen to this. You see how soft that is?
Sure.
Okay, watch this. Hot, fresh bread. Hardly a crumb out of place.
Oh.
Now, this is hot, fresh bread.
And you cannot cut hot bread.
Remember the last time Dad did something like this with a dull knife?
Yeah,
I mean,
I know.
it's enough to want to make you
This is
cry.
what happens.
And here's another bread that everybody has a lot of trouble with. A challah over here, right? I don't care what kind of bread, I don't care how thick or how thin that you want to cut that bread. This is absolutely the best bread knife I've ever put my fingers
wonderful.
on.
But you don't squish it with your knife.
What about turkey, ham, lamb, spam, meats, cold cuts?
What about it?
Unbelievable. Look, here's a nice ham over here. You know, you don't need an electric slicing machine, or you don't need an electric knife. I mean, you cut it any thinner than this, it'd be one side on that ham. Take a look at this. If you had an electric machine that sells for about $750 like they have in the delicatessens, you just can't do a better job than that. Remember I said the knife never gets dull, never wears out?
Yes.
Look, frozen food. Here's a knife that goes through that like a piece of butter.
This really was frozen.
Absolutely.
This is frozen.
Here, this is a pound cake. Look at this. After cutting all of those hard things, there's not a crumb out of place. Can you imagine having a knife like this around your home? It is absolutely the ideal way to cut everything. You see this? Now, the reason I'm doing this is not to show you that I'm a knife thrower. The weight of that knife is perfectly distributed so that you have a substantially strong knife. I said a special knife for every special job.
Yes, you
right?
did.
Well, follow me and I'll show you what I mean. Now, this knife over here is what we call a fruit and vegetable knife. Now, it's very narrow, and there's a reason for that.
The blade is very thin.
Very narrow. Now, if you're going to take and use this on your grapefruit, for instance, you want to sectionize the grapefruit or separate the meat from the rind. Because the blade is very narrow, it just goes right around in seconds. That takes it away.
That is
and
so
you've
much
got that
faster than I
grapefruit
can
popping
do
right
it.
out of there, just like that.
Clearly, the flexibility of this knife is very important to how workable it is.
Absolutely, because you can handle it, manipulate it. But now let's take over here and do some cheese. Now, this is your cheese knife, and you can tell because it's marked cheese. Now, store-bought cheese, when it's fresh like this, is a lot less expensive, and it holds up a lot better because it doesn't dry out.
Look at that.
Now, remember what I said? The cheese doesn't stick. Then you're going to get perfect slices of your cheese like you see over here, okay? It even has a fork at the end since it's for serving the cheese as well as cutting it. Look at this. But let's get rid of this over here and get rid of that over here, and we'll go on to the boning knife and the fillet knife. This is the one that your husband will treasure. If he goes hunting, camping, or fishing, it's unbelievable. Now look, over here we have a salmon steak, okay? You take a fish. You want to fillet that fish? That son of a gun will jump out of his underwear, swim around a bucket naked, and never know what hit him. Is that amazing? I mean, look at the job that this does. How quick and how simple and how easy. It's even fabulous on taking the skin off the chicken.
Which is very important. A lot of us are concerned about the extra fat.
And incidentally, it's a lot less expensive if you buy the chicken with the skin on, take it off yourself at home.
But it's a tough job, Arnold.
Not if you have our knife over here. Make a little incision like this, okay? And all you have to do over here is get it started. And when you get it started, look at this.
Look at how easy
it separates that skin. And you notice this? I'm getting the skin and nothing but the skin's coming off like that. I'm telling you, we've made a knife to do every single job that ever has to be done around the house. Super Chef even makes a special knife for spreading and cutting bagels. This is our Super Chef spreading knife. You notice how it's rounded? So it'll spread evenly? You put this knife, the spreader, on the table with the entire hors d'oeuvre platter, and you will have a lot of compliments. Now, if you're going to do some spreading, I don't care whether it's cream cheese, jellies, jams, peanut butter, it's the perfect spreader. You know, there's even a knife for taking and cutting sandwiches. Let me tell you why you need a special knife for cutting the sandwiches. First of all, you notice it's rounded at the edge.
Yes.
You ever see a sandwich like that?
Well, yes.
And when you press down, everything oozes out that's good.
Or
Watch.
it pulls through. You can't get a clean cut.
Because of the sharpness of this knife over here.
Look at that.
I want you to see this. We call this the perfect sandwich cutter. There's still another knife that every person that ever had a kitchen has to have in their kitchen.
What is that?
That's the paring knife. You never can find one when you need it, and when you do find it, it's dull. You want to peel apples, oranges, grapefruits, I don't care what it is. Try to get the peel in one piece, and that's important. I'll show you why. A lot of people, they just take the peel and they throw it away. But here is exactly what a chef does it. You know, I got it all off in one piece. You can take and peel just about everything with this. Apples, you can peel pears, kiwis. Not only that, you don't waste the skin because a good chef knows what to do with those skins. Look at this. Take the orange skin, roll it up, put a strawberry in there. It's elegant. You don't have to be a master chef to do it. You need a good, sharp knife. And that's what this show's all about. Come on over here with me right now. Every knife that I've shown you so far is for the kitchen, right? This one is for the utility box. Okay, this is called a utility knife.
I should get out of the way.
Okay.
And give the man
Let's
room.
take and start off with this. This is vinyl hosing that is reinforced. And it goes through this like this was cream cheese. Take a look at this.
Oh my gosh.
Something a little bit harder. This is copper wire in here. Okay? It's like, I guess, like what they call a coaxial cable or something. It goes right through that like the wire was never there in the first place. This is rope. This is hard to cut rope. Nylon rope, it just comes right off like that.
I can't believe how fast you did that.
Now, just in case you want to do some pruning, you take and give this to your husband when he has to go outside and do a little pruning. And I'll tell you something.
No, he would give it to me. You
have
that
if George Washington had this, he'd have done 2 cherry trees instead of 1. Is the knife still sharp? When we started the show, a tomato, right?
Right.
Here's the same knife. Look at this. Here's the same tomato today, tonight, tomorrow. I just cut through rope. I cut through vinyl. I cut the tree, and that knife is still razor sharp.
You have sold knives, what, 3, 4 decades?
Millions of knives. Millions of knives. Everyone good. This is the best.
Really?
This is the best. I've never had a knife with so many different qualities in it as we have here with the Super Chef.
Take a look at one of the most amazing sets of cutlery ever developed. The Super Chef Pro Knives. Super Chef knives include the first knife with a patented non-stick wave design. Air pockets are created between the food and the knife, giving you easy glide cutting action with cheese, meats, and other foods with a moist surface. Plus, several of the knives feature the advanced dual cutting edge, made of strong stainless steel. The dual edge consists of a scallop edge for the smoothest cut possible and the fine-toothed edge for heavy cutting. Together, they give you unparalleled ease and control whether you chop, slice, or cut. But while the blade is what does the cutting, it's the grip that helps pilot the cutting action. And Super Chef Pro knives have a special 2-layer grip handle, soft underneath for comfortable gripping, but firm on top for better control. They are perfect for preparing vegetables for stir-fried favorites. There is no other kitchen tool used as often and needed so much as a knife. Why not own the latest and the best? When you order, you'll receive the Super Chef Pro Chef Knife and the Pro Slicing Knife. You'd expect to pay up to $150 for the pair, but they are available now not for $150, not for $125, not even for $99.95. You can have both knives for the unheard of price of only $29.99. And remember, Super Chef manufactures an entire line of fine cutlery, including the boning knife, to help you easily prepare skinless meats for meals, and a utility knife, permitting you to handle those tough cutting jobs indoors or outdoors. Both of these premier knives will be included for the same low price of only $29.99. But if you order from this television program, Super Chef will include their fruit and veggie knife, perfect for slicing all sorts of soft and hard fruits and vegetables. The sandwich knife, to give you that perfect deli-style slice. Their paring knife to make peeling easy for those quick, small tasks. The cheese knife, so you can enjoy fresh, tasty slices instead of the pre-packaged kind. And the spreader knife, specially shaped for spreading evenly. That means you're getting 7 extra Super Chef knives for the same low price of only $29.99. Super Chef also designed a set of steak knives, so whether you're cutting into a T-bone, filet mignon, or a New York strip, you'll glide through the meat rather than tear through it like some serrated knives do. And get ready for this. If you call an order within the next 60 minutes, Super Chef will also add a set of 4 steak knives to your order at no charge. But Super Chef cannot guarantee this bonus unless you order within the next 60 minutes. And don't forget, the Super Chef garnishing tools are also included with your order. Look at what a Super Chef knife can do. And now, look at what you're getting for the same low price of only $29.99. All covered by the Super Chef Limited Lifetime Warranty. If for any reason you don't like your Super Chef knives, send them back within 30 days for a refund of the purchase price. But keep the garnishing tools, just for taking the time to try these incredible knives. Ordering is easy. Just call the toll-free number. Or if you prefer, send a check or money order for the full amount plus shipping, handling, and any applicable tax to the address on the screen. We're so confident you'll love your Super Chef knives. You'll get a limited lifetime warranty. And don't forget the bonus set of 4 Super Chef steak knives. But we cannot guarantee this bonus unless you order within the next 60 minutes. And be sure to ask the operator about a special discount on the Super Chef Knife Block. Become the owner of one of the world's newest innovations in cutlery. Order your Super Chef Pro Knife Set now.
We also get 4 steak knives. You didn't tell us about that. Will you explain them?
These are fabulous steak knives. First of all, they have that same edge over here and their same handle where it doesn't slip.
Yep.
But these are like razor blades. Let me show you something. It goes through that like a hot knife cuts right through butter. Now there's a thin steak. Here's a real thick steak over here. I don't care how thick or how thin that steak is. It does an absolute perfect job.
It really does, but there was something else.
The garnishing kit. That's the free gift for everybody that just tries these knives. Let me show you how this really works. First of all, we have a potato peeler and vegetable slicer over here, and I love it for shredding cabbage. Look at this. Coleslaw comes out just the way I like it, like silk, fine shredded wheat. That's the best way to eat your cabbage and coleslaw right there. But it's also used for peeling vegetables. If you want to peel potatoes, here, you've got the perfect peeler over here. You peel them in seconds. Nothing but the skin comes off over there.
Do you know how hard it is to get a good potato peeler?
Well, you've got one of the best over here. Let's say you want to make some potato chips. Turn it around like this and you make your potato chips. Your home fries.
Wait, I have to look at how thin.
Soak these in cold water.
Yes.
And you take and drop them into a deep fryer. They come out a golden brown like that. It's enough to make your mouth water.
You can make it.
You make your own potato chips. But
this
here,
is great.
wait a minute. Now, this little gizmo over here, you'll have a lot of fun with.
What is that?
They call this a spiral slicer. Now, you take yourself a sweet potato, a yam, a white potato, anything with a solid center, right? You wind it in like this. Put your finger in the ring and you start to turn. Beets for pickling, carrots for creaming, cucumbers for your salad. The more you turn, the more it cuts. When you get down here, you just move your hand like that. Look at this. Break them off like that. Spring vegetables. Look what it looks like when you serve this thing over here. It is absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, here's your carrot curls. Look at you did it with cucumbers.
Yeah.
Here's your sweet potatoes. Oh, this is so beautiful. I'm thrilled that I'll be able to do something like this that simply.
Well, maybe company doesn't show up, so you don't waste it. Here's what you do. Take a knife, put it in the center, and you notice the knife I'm using, our paring knife.
Of course.
Comes in handy for everything. Clap your hands once, not twice. Once. Home fries, raw fries, cottage fries.
Oh, for heaven's sakes.
This is something that every chef has. This is a V garnishing tool, and over here is a melon ball scoop. Now take a look at our watermelon. Is that watermelon beautiful? What's pleasing to the eyes is pleasing to the appetite. Now watch this over here. I'll show you how simple it is to do. Here's a kiwi. Yep. Naturally, you'd peel it first. And all you have to do is put it in like this. You go all the way around like this. You could do this to a watermelon, a cantaloupe, lemons, limes, grapefruits, and just look at this. Not only that, but on the other end of it, you have the perfect melon ball scoop. All you have to do is place it into your melon, go right like that, make a turn, and out pops a ball of melon. It's really easy if you have the right tool. And what we're doing right now is we're giving the right tool. You know what I'd like to do?
What?
I'd like to take and show you an entire meal made with all of our knives. Well,
Okay,
come on, let's go over here.
Let's do it.
Makes your mouth water, right?
Oh.
Let's start off over here.
Yes.
Everything you see here was sliced with our paring knife. Back over here, mashed potatoes, we had to peel them, right? With the peeler.
So great.
Okay, now all of this was chopped with our chef's knife, okay?
Oh.
And now, here is the best part of it, the turkey. Take a look at this. The first thing I'm going to do is make a little incision right over here like that, okay? Now watch this. You want to cut turkey. I mean, you could actually, you never need an electric knife. This shaves the turkey. And do you know that the best way to serve turkey is to cut it nice and thin? Every slice comes off of there just the way you want it.
Can I
Always
assume
cuts
that
like
this knife is going to be sharp time after time after time?
May you live to be 150. As long as you live, you'll have this knife in working order with a warranty that goes behind it.
You weren't satisfied with just convincing us. You went out to the mall. Can we take a look at what happened?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Let's
this
go
is
out
fun.
there. This is a new knife. It is called the Super Chef. It has dual edges, but look at this. You see these little pockets here? That makes air pockets. You know when you cut cheese, how the cheese sticks to your knife? Watch what I do with this. Now take it in your hand. Feel the handle.
That is nice.
I think that's one of those new type of handles that are very, very comfortable and very safe.
I feel very secure, and my father was a butcher, and so I'm kind of familiar with knives. I think these are wonderful.
Here's a knife that is so sharp, you could just drop a tomato across the blade. Now, I don't want you to run around the house doing this. Pop through it, turn it over, look at this. You want to cut them thin? One tomato will last you a week. Look at this. You cut them like this, they're as thin as tissue paper.
My knives don't cut like he cut the tomato.
The sharper the knife, my experience is the tougher it is to cut cheese.
Now, how many times have you cut cheese and the cheese sticks to the knife? Watch this. It just slides right off of the knife. It just glides right off of the knife. It'll never stick. Now, the blade of that knife is guaranteed. The tip of the knife is guaranteed. As a matter of fact, if you took a knife, now you saw me cut a hammer with one knife. If you took a knife and did that, you'd bend the tip of the knife. You'd ruin the edge. Watch this. That knife, you can examine it. There's not a scratch on it because of the special steel.
I would like to just try some of the things with the knives that I bought that he's done here, like try to cut a hammer or anything made out of metal whatsoever, and then slice a tomato. I don't think it's possible.
Not a chance.
Thank you all for watching. You've been a wonderful audience.
You are a super guy.
I got super
If I
products.
wasn't already married and happily married, I swear I'd marry you.
Thank you.
The Super Chef Pro Knives. Super Chef knives include the first knife with a patented non-stick wave design. Air pockets are created between the food and the knife, giving you easy glide cutting action with cheese, meats, and other foods with a moist surface. Made of strong stainless steel, the dual edge consists of a scallop edge for the smoothest cut possible and the fine-toothed edge for heavy cutting. Together, they give you unparalleled ease and control whether you chop, slice, or cut. Even up against a food processor, Super Chef knives complete the task quicker and easier. While the blade is what does the cutting, it's the grip that helps pilot the cutting action. And Super Chef Pro knives have a special 2-layer grip handle. When you order, you'll receive the Super Chef Pro Chef knife and the Pro Slicing knife. You'd expect to pay up to $150 for the pair, but they are available now not for $150, not for $125, not even for $99.95. You can have both knives for the unheard of price of only $29.99. And remember, Super Chef manufactures an entire line of fine cutlery, including the boning knife, to help you easily prepare skinless meats for meals, and a utility knife, permitting you to handle those tough cutting jobs. Both of these premier knives will be included for the same low price of only $29.99. But if you order from this television program, Super Chef will include their fruit and veggie knife, perfect for slicing all sorts of soft and hard fruits and vegetables. The sandwich knife, to give you that perfect deli-style slice. Their paring knife to make peeling easy for those quick, small tasks. The cheese knife, so you can enjoy fresh, tasty slices. And the spreader knife, perfect for cocktail displays and other party servings. That means you're getting 7 extra Super Chef knives for the same low price of only $29.99. Super Chef also designed a set of steak knives. You'll glide through the meat rather than tear through it. And if you call an order within the next 60 minutes, Super Chef will also add a set of 4 steak knives to your order at no charge. But Super Chef cannot guarantee this bonus unless you order within the next 60 minutes. And don't forget, the Super Chef garnishing tools are also included with your order. Look at what you're getting for the same low price of only $29.99. All covered by the Super Chef Limited Lifetime Warranty. If for any reason you don't like your Super Chef knives, send them back within 30 days for a refund of the purchase price. But keep the garnishing tools just for taking the time to try these incredible knives. Ordering is easy. Just call the toll-free number. Or if you prefer, send a check or money order for the full amount plus shipping, handling, and any applicable tax to the address on the screen. We're so confident you'll love your Super Chef knives. You'll get a limited lifetime warranty. And don't forget the bonus set of 4 Super Chef steak knives. But we cannot guarantee this bonus unless you order within the next 60 minutes. And be sure to ask the operator about a special discount on the Super Chef Knife Block. Become the owner of one of the world's newest innovations in cutlery. Order your Super Chef Pro Knife Set now.
Nancy, do you know this is the first time on TV that a dual cutting-edge technology has been combined with a patented non-stick design, giving you a knife of superior quality?
It is superior.
Remember the food processor challenge? The chef's knife?
Yes, and you won.
And the slicer knife for breads and meats.
And it didn't even squish the bread. It was so clean.
How about the utility knife for all sorts of uses?
You cut through rope.
And the boning knife, the fillet knife that filleted your fish. Really great for healthful cooking. These knives all have that special dual cutting-edge design. Then there are the fine cutters. The vegetable knife, the cheese knife.
You didn't even harm the cheese at all. It just went right through.
And don't forget that sandwich knife where the sandwich didn't ooze out. And then we had the spreader knife, the paring knife, and the bonus steak knife.
Oh.
Plus, don't forget you'll receive the Super Chef Garnishing Kit as an extra bonus just for trying the Super Chef knives.
Of course, they're dishwasher safe. This is very, very important. And every single knife we're ever going to need is included right here in this set.
In my opinion, these are the finest set of knives that I've ever seen. There isn't a knife like it on the market.
You really believe that,
incredible.
don't you?
They are absolutely the most fantastic knives you could ever want to put in your home.
Well, now that is really saying something from a guy who's worked with them for decades, our own knife maven. So I don't know what you're waiting for. Get on the phone and order your set right now. But don't just order one set. This is a phenomenal gift for everybody on your list. And we want to thank you, Arnold Morris, our knife maven. This was fun.
The proceeding was a paid advertisement for the Super Chef Pro Knives, brought to you by USA Direct, Guthy Ranker.